Ma'am, I'm fine. Thanks for asking. And I'm too excited to connect with you. And a long day I'm following your channel. And yeah, and sometimes I send a message because we are doing great. So that's why I want to connect with you. And now
Mhm.
I'm too excited to talk with you, ma'am.
Okay,
So
me too, dear.
uh,
And
thank
thanks
you
for your.
for giving me this opportunity. I'm following your video. Why? Because I literally want to become a fluent speaker. And you connect one sir. He's in, I think, Telugu.
English
I don't
very good.
know. But yeah, so that times I am following, and if every video I am watching your video. So at that time, I write down my diary, and I learn new things also.
Okay,
So
wow.
now I am very glad to meet you, and I'm too much excited to talk with you.
Okay. Me too, dear. And actually, you are my valuable subscriber. You always comment on my videos. So since then, I wanted to talk with you. So now I am over the moon.
Yeah, and me too also, ma'am.
Okay, Lavanya. So tell me something about yourself because I know only your name and where are you from and what is your profession.
Okay. So thank you so much, ma'am, giving me this opportunity. My name is Lavanya and I'm from Chhattisgarh. Currently, I'm pursuing my master degree. It's my final year, like a special educator. And I have my own salon, ladies salon, and I have also staff. And another thing, I run YouTube channel related to sometimes motivational video related. I put on my channel and another conversation and even solo video. Just because when I make that kind of video, so I'm, you can say, like a very productive and new words I'm founding. So uh, that's why I make that kind of video. Yeah, and I have hobby also like car driving and cooking and learn new things and read book related to like Rich Dad, Poor Dad, and Ikigai. I have two, three books. So every day I learn new things and I make my day productive. All about me.
Amazing, dear. So, what do you think about special education? Because as you were saying, you are doing your special education, like masters in special education. So, as you have observed on my channel, so me too. I have done my B.Ed and then I have cleared my TET exams like C-TET, UP-TET, Haryana TET. So, what do you think about special education child and what do you think about special education?
Okay, so really, ma'am, why do you want to, you can say, like a teacher type? Just because I am connected to child also. But in when I found that kind of child, like little bit, you can say, like stubborn type. So I'm totally connect and I teach, and even I had also earlier I went 1, 2, 3, you can say, like camp and all. So at that times when I teach, so I'm totally connect people, children, and children very innocent and
Right.
sometimes he's stubborn. Yeah,
Mhm.
sometimes stubborn. So you know how to handle that kind of children. Depend on your situation and depend on your patience. So first keep patience, and then you keep, you can say, you have instruction and you give that kind of instruction. So you feel motivate also. Yes, I'm very enthusiastic and very productive. So that's why I give instruction and I'm connect that kind of children, because stubborn children, how to
Right.
control. Yeah, normal children and both are and special children, both are big differences, and depend
Right.
on how to how to control that kind of children. So
Mhm.
first be patient and first be cool. And so I really, I'm too excited, and when I found that kind of children. So I talk and what he is in good at is what kind of lacking. So that's why I'm very attached special
Okay.
child. Yeah.
And sometimes it happens like our children, if they are a special child, and when we sent in our as usual school, common school, where all children are studying together. So sometimes some of them, like children, they make fun of them because
Yeah.
once I went for an internship. So where I found two or three students were there, they were special child. So children were saying, "Ma'am, she's disturbing me, and he's snatching my notebook." So these kind of issues we face. But if you are special education like teacher, then you can handle how to handle. Like you should, you are so right. You should have patience. And second, when you have a great smile, then you can handle. Otherwise, they will be afraid of you, like ma'am is so strict and she's beating me and she's punishing to me. Yeah. So great, ma'am. So any
Yes.
questions, ma'am? Any question for me?
Yeah, yeah, definitely. I have many more questions just because, because you are an English teacher, so I really want to learn new things also. So, ma'am, phrases. How to learn a phrases, please suggest me when I use phrases word, so at that time you can say I'm feeling I go stuck, and sometimes you can say like my mind is not it's a correct way to talk on, you can say on and add. So how to use phrases, please suggest me, ma'am.
Phrases, that means you want to learn idioms or just you are talking about phrasal verb.
Phrasal word.
Okay. So simply nothing, dear. You have to keep in your mind only when you find any word. For example, look after. Okay, look after. So you can change according to the tenses. For example, I look after my child. That means take care. When we say take care, so simply use look after. But you can change according to the tenses. For instance, you are using कि मैं अपने बच्चे की देखभाल कर रही थी. I was looking after my child. Simply. And when you want to say in past, I looked after my child.
Okay, ed.
Okay. Yeah. Whenever you use your tenses, then you can change according to your tenses. For example, one phrase like speak up. Speak up. That means we can say for कि क्या आप थोड़ा तेज बोल सकते हैं? Can you speak
Yeah.
up? Okay. And second is for when you want to say something in against of something. For example, हमें वीमेन एम्पावरमेंट के थ्रू या फिर उसके लिए हमें आवाज उठानी चाहिए. वी शुड
Mhm.
स्पीक अप अगेंस्ट वीमेन एम्पावरमेंट एंड वी शुड रेज आवर वॉइस टुवर्ड्स वीमेन एम्पावरमेंट. So simply use, and like according to the tenses you can change, but how to make in a habit, so your practice, the
Okay,
more
thank
you
you.
are going to use it, the more you will learn. Because I'm
Yeah.
also a human being. Sometimes I forget. So when I teach my students, then I repeat my things like 4 times, 5 times, then it will be in my mind. Yeah.
Yeah, it's true, ma'am. So come to the another question. I'm asking about vocabulary. You know
Mm-hmm.
what happened? We make, you can say, like conversation, and
Right.
we talk to another person. So at that times, while I'm using, like I'm in you podcast video, I watch podcast in conversation video. So at that times I wrote my diary on related to vocabulary words. So it's at that times, I use easily and I speak also. And then again I'm speaking, and now we are in conversation. So at that times, my mind also blank. So how to use and how to recall our vocabulary, please suggest.
Good question, ma'am. As you are asking about vocabulary. So I'm not saying I'm an advanced speaker and I learn 10 vocabulary on daily basis. So what I do, I learn 10 vocabulary. So most like out of 10, I learn only 2 vocabulary because we cannot learn like 10 words in a day. That means 30 days. So 300 words in a month. We cannot use and we cannot keep remembering it. So only just do one thing, learn one word, only one word on daily basis and try to use your synonyms
Mm-hmm.
as you have observed in my videos. So all expert they say use synonyms because when we use synonyms, for example, one word I'm telling you, search. When we say search, okay, search, that means किसी चीज को find करना. So we can
Fine.
simply say yes, ma'am, I want to search, discern, encounter, discern. Okay, and like in this way you can use your synonyms whenever you
Okay.
use one word. So for 3 days, for 4 days you can do, and then it will be fixed in your mind. For example, you want to say, ma'am, I'm excited to talk to you. So simply you can say, I'm excited, thrilled. Okay,
Yeah.
so 2 words you can use. And when you are going to use your 2 words for 3 days only, for 3 days only, and on very fourth day it will be fixed in your mind. So whenever
Yeah.
you are going to use, then for example, I always say, whenever I watch native speakers video, here I am making an example. So whenever I make watch any native speakers video, I feel monotonous, mundane, 2 words,
Yeah.
2 synonyms of a word, like boring. Okay,
Yeah.
so in this way you can remember your vocabulary, but don't use too much vocabulary, only one word
Okay.
on
What?
daily basis. Hmm. But try
Okay.
to use synonyms.
Yeah. Definitely. Thank you so
Hmm.
much. Okay. So
No, no.
I would like to ask a new question related to English also. So we talk in English. So sometimes what happen in mind. So some people saying like we think in English and then you speak.
Mm-hmm.
But in our India, people, think Hindi and then English. So how to remove our thinking in Hindi and we continue only thinking in English and then speak. So how to remove?
Okay. So again, very superb question. Only just dear, as we know, we are Indians. We are not a native speaker. So all time we do listen in Hindi. All time we do speak in Hindi. So whatever we are doing, just we are doing in Hindi. So how can we
Yeah.
assume? How can we assume we are thinking in English only? People say think in English, but what to think in English? People say what to think in English because we have been listening to Hindi all time for a long time. So do one activity only for 5 minutes only, or you can start with 2 minutes. So just think in English about your day. What have you
Okay.
done since morning? Only one activity. Or if you don't want to do in morning time, then you can do in night time when you are going to bed. Simply what I did in whole day. And since morning, what I have done. Just tell to your mind. Since
Okay.
morning, like in this time, I got up early in the morning and then I did my cleaning. Then I went to my parlor in this way. But I would like to suggest you don't think too much in English because at very initial stage we need to think in Hindi firstly, then we can translate. So it will be in your habit after listening a lot and after speaking a lot. So you can give your time for speaking practice like 10 minutes, 15 minutes on daily basis. Don't skip your single day. And second, listen a lot because first one, as we know, listening will work for us and then speaking. So speaking, as you know, you are doing, you are already doing. So do your listening practice only. Whenever you
Yeah.
get time, try to listen in English. So you don't need to think, firstly, I think, and then I translate. Okay. This activity will work for you.